Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for February. I hope everybody is doing well. I am going to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general tarot reading. It may not resonate with every Leo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Leo, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. All right, Leo, you're starting out with the Lovers. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. And coming out together is the Three of Swords along with the King of Swords. Interesting. Could be dealing with not Aries, but a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. I do feel like you feel that there is someone here that is your soulmate. There's this energy of you feeling like you are in love. There's an impatience for things to come together. This is a situation where it's been very painful. There could have been some third-party energy here, but you've definitely had a lot of pain in this situation. With the King of Swords, this tells me that you've gotten really honest with yourself and most likely with this other person as well. You're impatient to bring this back together, but you're also a little guarded here because of the pain that you've experienced in the past. So let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the King of Wands in the reverse, Aries, another Leo, or a Sagittarius energy. We have the Strength card in reverse, and we have the Tower in reverse. So I will tell you the person you're dealing with is experiencing some sort of a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson. They are definitely in a state of fear. Although they are very focused on you, they're in a state of fear. Their fears are actually kind of running things for them. And this is what is keeping them from taking action. It's also, they're afraid that if they do take action, that it's going to lead to a tower moment. So I do feel like this is somebody that you dealt with in the past. I feel like, you know, when the two of you split up or broke up, it did cause a tower moment for them. They want to rebuild this situation, but they're in this state of fear, which is keeping them from taking the action that they need to. I will say they are extremely focused on you, though. They may also be blaming you for the pain that occurred here in the past. So just be aware of that. I am getting an indication that they feel like you may have been responsible for a tower moment in their life. So let's see the energy between you and this person. Four of Pentacles. You've both been holding on to one another. Yeah, you both are. And I feel like you have some good memories with this person. So I feel like you both feel that way and you're both holding on to each other, but you're both very guarded with each other as well. Let me see what's affecting the connection. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, you've both experienced a deep sense of loss here. And so you're holding back from investing in this. They're in a state of fear because they don't want to go through this feeling of loss. Both of you need to pour more self-love into yourself and healing for yourself. You, because this Three of Swords is still in the upright, so there's still significant pain that you're experiencing and trying to work out. And they, because they need to address these fears that's keeping them in a state of inaction and possibly blame. So it's really centered on this feeling of loss that each of you experienced here. So let me see the outcome for Leo. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, you're both getting a new perspective on the situation. I feel like what you say to this person is going to be extremely relevant. You're coming from a place of honesty, but it can be brutal honesty. So just be careful that you're not speaking in an honest way, but out of your pain. Because your pain is something, Leo, that you have to address, you have to look at. I do see you getting a new perspective on the situation. They are as well. They're trying to avoid this tower moment. There's a fear of, loss that they have. But whatever it is that you've been waiting for, it could be possibly over as well. And we will clarify that. Now, you could be dealing with another Leo. I'm seeing Aries, Sagittarius energy. Pisces is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Underlying energy. And this could be the energy of, things that are not being said. I don't see a lack of communication just yet. We'll see. In fact, I see you communicating with them for sure, very honestly. Page of Pentacles in reverse could also indicate somebody who's feeling like they don't have enough to offer you. It could indicate you not accepting the offer. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Lovers here for Leo? Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed and the Two of Swords. So there's a decision that has to be made here. You may have a choice between this person and someone else. If not, this is just a really big decision with regard to love. I do see the ending of some sort of an established foundation that was here. I also see the energy of trying to decide if this would be a stable connection. You definitely love this person and you definitely feel that they are your soulmate. But I also feel like you feel this person broke a soul contract with you or possibly even some other type of contract. Let me see why the Seven of Pentacles is here in reverse. Five of Wands reverse and the Knight of Wands reverse. You're not going to invest with this person until you are assured that they are not being a player, that they're not just coming in with the physical, energy. I feel like that's what's keeping you from investing. You also, though, don't want to compete with anyone else. So if this person has you in competition with someone, you're absolutely not going to invest in the connection. You don't want to have conflict. I see you holding back, definitely holding back things that you want to say because you're trying to avoid conflict and loss. Let me see your bottom energy for Leo. King of Cups reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Also, be careful with your money this week because you could have some sort of unexpected loss. It could be related to a contract. So if you are needing to sign some sort of physical contract, be very careful about that. Yeah, be very careful because you could wind up having some sort of a physical loss with that. And it may affect your ability to move the way you want to move. But that's a side note. With regard to this connection, I feel like you have feelings for this person, but you're holding back. You're definitely holding back. You don't want to go through the pain that you went through before. I feel like you're beginning to let your guard down. I'm also having to let you know that I do see some codependent energy that's here. It is related to this painful experience that you felt in the past. I'm wondering if this person put you in a third-party situation at some point. Regardless, you're going to let your guard down and you're going to communicate with this person very openly, very honestly about how lost you felt when this connection ended, about the pain that you experienced. I do feel like your words are going to be very important in this connection because it's going to allow this person to see things a little differently. Because I do feel like right now they're kind of doing the blame game a little bit. Let me see, let's see their energy. Why is the King of Wands in reverse? Okay, Three of Swords. You both have the Three of Swords. So they experienced a lot of pain as well. The difference is that I feel like you're taking ownership of your part. I'm not sure that they are. This person definitely has trust issues as well, but they have been holding on to you. It's the trust issues and the fear of loss that is keeping them in this guarded situation. So I do feel like they experienced a lot of pain when this situation broke down, and so did you. Let me see the Strength card in reverse. They do want to work things out with you, though. But they're not taking the action because they're afraid that they're just going to get hurt again. Why is the Strength card here in reverse for the person in Leo's energy? The Chariot and the Three of Wands. Yeah, they're holding back. They're waiting. There's this holding back energy. But I don't think it's going to last because we see the Hangman, which is major arcana, same type of energy that goes into the reverse in your outcome. And we also see this moving forward. So this person could live at a distance from you, but they don't have to. This person could also be waiting to move if they do live at a distance, but this is crossing that emotional, because the Strength card in reverse is about fears. They're going to be moving away from their fears, but they're holding back. It's this holding back energy out of fear of loss. Let me see the Tower. The World, okay. And the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this person has a lot of trust issues. They may have felt like you were not telling them the truth, that you weren't being truthful or upfront with them. In reality, they've been holding back a lot of things they want to say as well, and it's really done out of fear. This person is very fear-based. Now, that cycle's going to close out. It is going to close out. There could be a little bit of an argument that happens here, but I don't think so. It could. But with the World here, they want to close this cycle. They want to rebuild this connection. But they're not coming forward and telling you this right now. And it truly is because they are so fear-based. Let's look at the energy between Leo and this person. Show me the energy between Leo and this person. Cancer energy is here, by the way. Ace of Swords reversed. Six of Wands reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles. So you're wanting to move forward with this person. You may be holding back telling them this. There's a big conversation that needs to take place here between the two of you. I really feel like, Leo, if the two of you can have a honest communication without it, coming to an argument or conflict, that you could probably work this out. I feel like you are wanting this person to give you something, some sort of offer to move forward in a steady and a grounded manner. And I do feel that you are trying to decide if you should move forward with this person. So you're kind of thinking about things as well, but I feel like you're impatient for this to actually move forward. You're opening up a little bit more. It's taken this person a little bit longer because they are extremely fear-based. They are afraid to approach some of these topics with you because they're afraid that if they try to work this out with you, it's going to fail. It's going to lead to heartache again, and therefore loss. So there's a lot here that's not being said between the two of you. You're both very guarded with one another with regard to open, honest, and clear communication. But I feel like you're moving, although slow, you're moving at a little bit faster clip than this person is. They could also feel in some manner that they were not recognized or seen by you, and that caused them to feel, a lot of pain as well. Show me what's affecting this. The Strength card. Now, they have the Strength card in the reverse, and we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so you have strong feelings for them. I do feel, though, that you question whether or not they're coming at you with just passion or if there's someone else that is involved in the situation. This is causing you to kind of hold back. And here's the thing, too, Leo. I feel like at some point, you kind of tame these fears with this person. I feel like you're very effective at it. There's a gentleness or some sort of healing approach that helps this person, you know, tame these fears. And I feel like that you're doing that currently. It's not even so much what you're saying, it's more what you're doing is what I see. You do have strong feelings, but you are stepping in your power. You are slowly moving forward. And in their energy, I see them wanting to move forward as well. They're kind of holding back because of those fears, but they've been unhappy for a while. And I will tell you, it does not appear that this person is, you know, seeing other people or dating. It does appear that they want to move forward with you. They've been unhappy. They've been unhappy. Let me see. And that unhappiness is affecting their ability to move forward, and it's causing them to hold back. Show me the outcome for Leo and this person. Show me the outcome. That's too many. Show me the outcome for Leo and this person. Okay. All right, we have the Six of Swords reversed. The Lovers in reverse. Now you have the Lovers in the upright. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. Interesting. Okay, so I do feel like you're both getting a different perspective on this, and this is and you're both going to reveal this to each other. I am not necessarily seeing this Seven of Swords as anything negative in this context. It is associated with a big decision that needs to be made with regard to love and the communication and the perspective of what happened between the two of you. I do feel that I feel like a decision is going to be made here. You're both going to be open and transparent with each other. I feel like you will be the one initiating that. Is it going to happen this week? No, because I think it is a process that's taking place. I do feel like more transparency is going to happen in this week. It's going to change your perspective. It's going to change their perspective. And like I said, the words that you say are going to be very important. Now, there is an indication that you could be a little sharp, and that will cause this person to pull back even more. So be kind, be gentle in your words. Let this person know how you feel. You have the Six of Swords in the reverse. There could be a little bit of chaos that occurs in this connection, but I feel like you will be moving more towards peace. And I'm going to tell you too, the chaos that you're experiencing is fear of pain and hurt. It's also associated with, you know, some codependent energy. So there is definitely a need for you to work on yourself. I do feel like you have been. And so there's definitely a need for you to continue to work on yourself. There's some stuck energy here. It could be related to you feeling like there's an ulterior motive, or there could be third-party energy. I'm not seeing that in their energy, but, you know, take it as it resonates for you. So you're going to kind of pull on the brakes a little bit too. This person that's in your energy, they want to rebuild this connection. They want to end this lack of communication. But again, when it's almost like you're having some conversation and then you both kind of back up. So it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They have feelings and love for you, but they're going to pull back a little bit. It's not going to last forever because what you're waiting for is coming to you, but it will take some time. And when they feel you pull back, they pull back as well. It looks like it's a process. This cycle is going to end, though. It is going to end. But it's going to take the two of you making the decision together to choose each other, to open up to each other, and to reveal your true emotions without the fear of loss. All right, bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy. Be careful that you're not dealing with somebody who has like substance abuse or drinking issues. This can sometimes indicate that, and it would indicate that they're keeping that to themselves or not telling you about that. But with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, This tells me, coming out with the Page of Pentacles reverse, that what this person is currently offering you is not making you very happy right now. I don't feel like you're willing to accept that. You're looking for something a little bit more substantial and with some movement. So let's pull an oracle card, Leo, and see if there's any further guidance for you. It looks like this is moving in a good track, but it's going to take some time. You have number 3, and this is called Wizard of Awareness. So let's read that. Give me just 1 second. It says, your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. So this speaks to the shifting that is occurring in this connection. Like I said, it seems like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's because things are shifting here. So just kind of try to remove yourself a little bit, Leo, and see if you can be more of the observer of it and realize that everything is always moving in your favor. All right, I hope this has been helpful, Leo. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are loved, and namaste.